Yo, fam, what is up? You are back for another daily outlook prediction for stocks and crypto. This video is not financial advice, should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and due diligence for buying any stock or crypto. As of this is my research that I'm sharing with you. Let's hop into charts, facts, data for today and the rest of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, things are getting crazy for the meme stock front. We're going to talk about that, man. Things are getting absolutely wild. Also, we're going to be talking about crypto, the potential next leg up to the bull run, price targets that we could see. We're going to be also talking about SPY, government shutdown still in effect, so no data drops will be happening. Let's go ahead and hop in right now. AMC. Ladies and gentlemen, I had a crazy stream today. They want to make the float 1.1 billion. I did some math, and you guys can make all the rules and logic up that you want. And what about this dividend and all this? First of all, AMC has never sold shares and paid down the debt. In fact, what they did was use convertible notes to pay down the debt. They never sold shares and used that cash to pay off the debt. Rarely ever happens. Also, if AMC at the current price right now, that's if it doesn't go down, would be with a 1.1 billion float would be $1.43, $1.42, around that range. So you guys can vote yes if you want to. I'm voting no. You also have the shows out on X in full force saying I'm voting yes, I'm voting yes. Ladies and gentlemen, why would you vote to losing your value? They're saying about bankruptcy. I've done videos showing you guys that AMC is not going bankrupt. They just did one single event and had 50 million at the global box office. Now, I understand AMC only gets a small portion of that, but that is just one single event. Also, the box office is picking up. I've done videos showing you guys how busy it is. You have companies like GME giving warrants out and rewarding long-term shareholders, while AMC wants to dilute, ladies and gentlemen. So be aware of this. I will be voting no. I told you guys that this vote would be coming up because they have no shares right now, and they need shares because a liquidity crunch is soon coming, and the shorts are going to need a way out. And I'm telling you right now, in my personal opinion, again, you guys can believe whatever you want, but if we have a float of 1.1 billion, there's no way you'll have a short squeeze because there's too much liquidity. And then people are talking about, well, what about synthetic shares? I do believe there's synthetic shares, but I deal in fact, especially when it's about my money, when it's about big money, when I'm putting down big dollars. I deal in fact, and I don't know for a fact how many synthetic shares, if any, are out there. Yes, I do believe some, but how do we have a number to quantify that? Ladies and gentlemen, we don't. I deal in fact, and the facts are, and the numbers are, if we had a float of 1.1 billion with a market cap of only 145 billion, that would put us at $1.43, $1.42, ladies and gentlemen. A billion shares on a company that has a market cap of about $1.5 billion is absolutely insane, ladies and gentlemen. So this is crazy. In my personal opinion, I don't want to see this happen. I am voting no, but this isn't coming up till December 10th. So this is in the future. Now, AMC, as far as right now, isn't pulling back, and people are saying why? Well, it's because it's in the future and it's not necessarily going to happen. Now, don't let them tell you guys that you don't have power, because retail does have power. We do hold shares, but because we have people infiltrating us from the inside and putting out propaganda saying we're going to go bankrupt, the same lie they've been saying, and people scaring people, there are going to be some people that vote yes. And I don't understand why. You guys can let me know why you would vote yes in the comments down below. Me personally, I'm voting no. But I don't understand why you would vote to have the price continue to go down and have your value lost. Every time we have seen AMC dilution, we've seen the price go down. I've documented it here on the macro time frame. We must not vote yes, in my personal opinion. He sold shares here, stopping this rally. Sold shares here, made ape, said it was a dividend, straight lied to us. Reverse split, you guys remember that? And they charged you for converting ape as well. And they diluted. Look what that did to the price. Then they did the convertible notes, which they used to pay down the debt, which way they were supposed to use the money that they sold shares for to pay down the debt. Do you see what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? So again, I will be voting no. As far as the technicals are concerned, you could see a possible move to the upside here for AMC before this dilution. Again, giving some institutions to get a chance to get out. But I believe, in my personal opinion, if we see this dilution, you'll see it move down. Some people are making the argument that just because they have all those shares, they won't dump it all at once. Just like before, when they used up all of the shares, they will slowly dump each time that the shorts need help. They'll add liquidity by increasing the float, giving the shorts a way out, which means you'll never see a squeeze. And then also, even if you're investing in the long term of AMC, they would have to sell at like $7, $8, $9, $10. We did the math on the live stream. They would have to sell at like $9, $10 in order to get enough money to pay off all the debt, and they would have to use almost all, if not all of that money that they made in profit to pay off the debt. So this is how outrageous it is. People are saying they're going to use the money to pay off the debt. You can't sell enough shares to pay off the debt at $2.79. Why would you sell at these low levels? So again, it is simply because Adam Aaron works for the hedge funds, and that is 100% fact. So in my personal opinion, again, let me know if you guys want me to keep covering AMC. I'll cover AMC for you guys, but I will let you guys know what I'm doing with my shares. I always keep it 100 with you guys, but at this point, I really don't care about the shares or the money, and I told you guys why that is. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not saying I'm rich or anything by any means, but at this point, I just don't care based off of what the shares are from. So in my personal opinion, I think we could see some movement to the upside here for AMC before all of this happens. AMC looks like it's about to recover with GME. GME is recovering. That bullish divergence is playing out exactly like I told you guys it would. RSI was trending up while price was trending down. This is officially playing out. You guys can see GME is flattening out and moving back to the upside. I believe we're going to see a continuation of that tomorrow. I told you guys in yesterday's video, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a green day. That's exactly what we've seen. AMC showing more signs of bullishness as well. If you look at the daily time frame, we do have this bullish hammer candle as well here on AMC. We do have red MACD, but that could change if AMC pushes up above 286. We need to see AMC back above 286, and if AMC is able to break and hold 286, you could see a push for 290. GME, I want to see back above 2466. If we're able to reclaim that level, we could see a push for 2502, and if GME gets back above 2502 and holds that level, you could see a decent move to the upside. But I believe overall GME is bottoming. GME warrants are out and they're officially tradable on the New York Stock Exchange. Depending on what broker you have, you'll be able to buy or sell. Me personally, I can buy and sell. They are tradable and they are very volatile. Right now, they're at a current price of $3.55 here in after hours, up 12% in after hours. I'll be tracking them on the live streams, looking for patterns and technicals on this as well, and we will be tracking these for now on until they are no longer relevant. Again, I did some research about the warrants themselves, and if we do get over $32, we could get to the blast off zone here for GME. Again, $32 to $35. If we hold that, you're going to see GME start to move. The warrants could provide, again, there is a dilutive effect when you do execute these warrants, but it could provide a buying pressure and demand on the stock, and it does make an obligation for short sellers as well. So I think if we can get back above 30, which is 32 to 35, which is every time we get above it, we see nice moves to the upside. I think we could see an explosive movement here for GME. GME is fundamentally changing with the profitability of it. It's also doing much more with Pokemon cards and collectibles. Again, AMC is also seeing an improvement in its earnings as well. GME recently had a double beat, so I believe fundamentals of both of the meme stocks are improving. Again, I don't think that's another reason I don't think AMC needs this. So I'm very interested to see how these warrants move into the future and potentially if they do increase in price. I do have my warrants here. Here's proof of that as well. They're trading under the ticker symbol GMEWS, just so you guys know, and I will be tracking them. So this is pretty much everything we're looking at for AMC and GME. I think we're going to see a continuation up tomorrow, in my personal opinion. I think GameStop's most likely going to start heading back towards 25. AMC's going to start heading back towards 290. Right now, there is a decent amount of shares. It's at very low. And my personal opinion, you guys can see 550,000 here for AMC at cost to borrow of 0.45%. GME, they have a little bit more, but it's still relatively low at 1.6 million at 0.38% cost to borrow here for GME. So that's what we're looking at for the meme stocks. I think we're going to see a continuation to the upside. I think GME does have a potential mechanism to help push it up, especially if we get past that $32 to $35 level. Not only is it a major level of support and resistance, but we could also have the pressure from the warrants as well, helping us get a nice movement to the upside if we are able to get up to those levels. AMC, I want to see AMC back above 290. That way we can get to that $3 range. AMC does have a gap fill here at about 308 to 310, so that gap will eventually need to get filled as well. This is what we're looking at for the meme stocks. Let's go ahead and go to SPY in the overall market, show you guys what's going on there, and then we'll go into cryptocurrency and wrap up this video. So I'm going to be quickly on SPY because I spent a lot of time on the meme stocks, but the government shutdown is still in play. The vote failed again, if you guys don't know. SPY is potentially topping out, ladies and gentlemen, so just be very, very careful. Tomorrow, I do think we're going to see a pop to the upside, especially if we do see some action pre-market, but I believe that would be followed up by a steep correction down. So be very, very careful if you see SPY run again tomorrow, because we got this nice move here. If we see another pop to the upside, you're most likely going to see a steep correction down, so just be aware of that. I'll be live tomorrow giving you guys the predictions and news as it does come available. If SPY is able to break above and hold 673.12, which it's slightly under right now, if it's able to break and hold that level here into open, you could see that nice move up towards to about 673.57 or 674. Okay, so those numbers are on the cards for tomorrow. Be aware of that. It looks like SPY is going to be pushing up, in my personal opinion, but the market is getting extremely frothy, and I do think we could see a local top. Nasdaq made a gap fill to the downside here today, so we do have to be aware of that as well. That gap's going to have to get filled. Also, RSI starting to get towards that overbought territory on multiple time frames now. Daily time frame, 4-hour time frame, and weekly time frames are already deep into that territory. So again, getting very, very frothy here on the overall market, as the overall market is held up by just a few major stocks like Nvidia and Apple. And people are starting to see the Ponzi scheme and the crack show more and more people are saying, whoa, 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 this is crazy. And a lot of people are saying even this is too much. Even the bulls are starting to say this is too much. So this could lead to something absolutely insane. I don't want to be doom and gloom, but this bubble is just, it's massive, and if it comes tumbling down, it could lead to an insane bear market that could last for quite some time. So I do think the chickens are going to come home to roost at some time, but right now, tomorrow, you're going to see some more green as we've been seeing in the market. Let's go ahead and show you guys Bitcoin, crypto, show you guys what's going on there. Again, precious metals, Bitcoin, silver, crypto, things that are finite, hard assets are going to continue to go up as the dollar gets the value, especially as the rates get lowered, and I believe rates are actually about to get lowered again. We already had rates lowered, and I think they're about to get even lower. This is destroying the dollar. In the short term, it's going to seem good because assets are going up, but that means the rich get richer. That's why you got to stack assets, not financial advice. This is why you got to hold on to your things like BTC that are finite. Crypto holding key levels. You guys can see Ethereum holding 4,500, which is a key level. Very, very bullish here. Here's my prediction for Ethereum. I think it's going to consolidate and then push up towards $4.8 to $5,000. Cardano ADA, I think, is going to be consolidating and pushing up as well. And all of these signs show to a potential big move here on BTC because Bitcoin dominance is still very, very high in the overall market. Also, I found this accumulation pattern here on XRP. We've seen a similar pattern here on XRP right here where it pushed up, accumulated, and made this nasty move up. Right now, we have a push up accumulation, and it looks like we're about to make another nasty move up. I've been saying that most likely XRP is accumulating and getting ready to break above $3 and hold that level, and then once it breaks above and holds $3, it can start moving towards the mid level of 331 or the high level of 366. If it breaks and holds 366, it could blast off towards 380 or $4. But it has to accumulate. It's been accumulating around $2.75 to $3. So what you guys are looking for to see if this thing is going to break out is if we break above and hold $3. If you see that, then that means most likely XRP is going to start moving up. So if you see it break above and hold $3 and start moving away towards like 310, 325, most likely when that happens the next time, you're going to see XRP really start to pump towards new all-time highs. But in order for this to happen, we need to see Bitcoin make a move up. up. And this is what I said, something truly special could be coming for BTC. It looks like it's decoupling from the fractal that's been tracking for the past couple of years, and it looks like it's setting up for a macro accumulation breakout. I showed you guys this pattern here on BTC where it started to accumulate above 109 to about 115K. You guys can see it has now made a new all-time high of 126,300, hitting my price target of 125,000 before 2026. As you guys can see, it's now consolidating above 120,000, and if it continues to do this, most likely it's going to push for 130,000, ladies and gentlemen. And if it goes up there, there's no telling how far we could go, maybe even 150,000. I know that sounds insanely bullish, but that could lead to a quick pop and then drop heading towards 130, 150,000. RSI at 64 here in the weekly time frame, giving us room to run to the upside. Weekly MACD still not green. We made a new all-time high with red weekly MACD. Now this is showing some bad signs in the long term, but it's showing that we have enough momentum to push up. What I think we're gonna see is a potential explosive blow off top, sending us high, and then you would see maybe a little bear market before eventually continuing up, okay? I've never missed any BTC price targets. You wanna see BTC push up, even if you don't own BTC, which you should if you are in the crypto market. The market cap for BTC is almost half of the entire crypto market. You don't want to have crypto and not have BTC, in my personal opinion, but you want to root for it because Bitcoin dominance is still extremely high, sitting at 56.9%. That means that it's now altcoin season, and Bitcoin needs to move up before altcoins move up. So if you see Bitcoin make this move towards 130 or higher, you're going to see your favorite altcoin move up, like XRP, Ethereum, making those moves towards those price targets I just gave you guys. So this is what we're looking at, man. We are in greed right now. Again, we're not in extreme greed. We're just kind of coming out of the neutral into the greed. So we definitely have room to run there as well. But you want to be a little bit worried when you're in greed or extreme greed. Be fearful when others are greedy. Be greedy when others are fearful. But things are looking good. Some coins that are going crazy right now are the COAI up 91%, ZEC up 34.7%, and this is just in one single day, and MNT up 14% in one single day. So just some altcoins that are doing numbers right now that you can potentially keep on your radar. This is everything that you're looking at for your daily outlook prediction for stocks and crypto. If you found this video informative, please hit the like button, subscribe. Again, remember, there could be October here for altcoins, because we're going to see catalysts potentially here with the ETFs coming out. So do be aware of that as well. I've been reporting about that in the last couple of videos. But Solana, XRP, Litecoin, and Dogecoin potentially getting ETFs. Guys, if you found a video informative, hit a like button, subscribe, leave a comment down below, share the video. That all helps me out with the algorithm and helps push this video out further and helps me with this channel. If you guys want to support the channel in a different way, you can check out the merch store. I'm rocking some of the merch right now, so it looks official, good quality stuff, and it helps support us and rep the movement as well. And I appreciate any of you guys that did cop the merch, because I know a few of you guys did. If you guys want to check out the Discord, it's $100 for a lifetime invite, exclusive technicals, predictions, and information, buy signals and sell signals. Hit me up on my email, DataZero Official 5, linked in the comment section description below. And as always, y'all, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out, family.